What does Mtashed have to say about gacha games and life?
Gamers, Mtashed here. It has been a while. I wanted to do a bit of an update video on the Tash man's life. I want to talk about this new office that I'm still getting up and running. I want to talk about the content with Wuthering Waves, HSR, Zenless Zone Zero, and the future. Let's have a chat. So, for the last month, I have been away from this computer for way more than I would like. I didn't anticipate how much effort moving truly was. I moved out of an apartment before, but moving out of a house, all the things you accumulate over time, now that we've got multiple children, more furniture, it was crazy. We had to pack, donate things, move it, get everything set up
Holy
here.
shit, I just realized I've been living in this house for like 8-9 years. There's so much shit in this house.
And that was only half the battle. We also turned our old house into a rental property, and that was
nice.
way more effort than I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
I kind of knew, but I didn't anticipate some of the things. Insurance, mortgages, the bank stuff. Like, we have a property manager helping us, but we had to get everything painted and fixed and all these different things.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna move to my new house and barely
Top of
fill
that,
one room.
We actually had some problems with our house, and the electrical in my office was
That's how one of
shorting.
our friends
I
are.
don't know why it was shorting, but I couldn't run my setup for multiple days until I ended up getting it fixed. We ended up getting a surge protector and some changes in our electrical panel. I guess it's like an arc fault. It's like a safety protector. The PC, all the lights, everything was just shorting the circuit and saying, no, it's too much power. I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out, but I have this Jimmy rig set up. I think it looks okay right now, but this is not the final setup. I've got soundproofing I want to put on the walls. There's some back here. I want to get this up and running as soon as possible, but it's just been time. It's been brutal. I didn't realize how many problems there were going to be that needed to be fixed. Furniture that we had to replace or get new ones or fill a bedroom and get a new bed. Like, this was a big jump, and I bit off maybe a little bit more than I could chew, trying to cover Wuthering Waves and do all of this all at the same time. We hired movers. I got some help from family, but
Holy
it's just
shit.
this wall of chores, of lists, of things to do. And my coverage of Wuthering Waves, I think, was pretty
That's
good,
actually
but honestly,
that's so fucking much. That is holy shit, because like I think about, we have our house problems that we have to get figured out, but Dylan literally takes care of fucking everything, which hallelujah, that's amazing, and I love it, and I'm very, very thankful and grateful for it. But like there is so much, and then on top of like Mtash has a kid, and he's trying to make YouTube videos. That's a lot of shit.
I wanted to do way more. I
have a rental property.
And it's frustrating because I do feel like the game has definitely trended down. But when the game was launching, oh my god, I was so hyped up. I think we did so good overall. We were getting hundreds of thousands of views on a lot of these videos. I was really enjoying my time.
Yeah, I hate that being a CC means that you have to talk about the most normal things to explain why you made slightly less videos last month. Yeah, Mtash has 2 kids. Yeah, he's got kids, plural. So it's on top of, he just is moving, having to deal with house things, and then turned his last house into a rental house, having to deal with all that stuff. And then on top of, just getting a new house up and going, it's a lot of shit. Especially if he bought the house, then that's even more stuff. But you gotta set up internet, you gotta set up your electric, your water, your literally everything. And it is so stupid. It's too much. On top of trying to make Wuthering Waves videos every week.
That I was gone, but I was banging out content for one day and then I'd be gone and bang it out another day. Right at the launch, I streamed as much as I could, and I got my editors to help me, but I probably had 15 or 20 videos more that I wanted to make. But right around the end of May, beginning of June, I really started to fall off with my ability to make content. I just wasn't here. Even with Yin Lin coming out, like, I did a review and then I didn't even post it because I was so late on it, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like I will be having a resurgence with Wuthering Waves in 1.1 because, honestly, I feel like they're cooking still. They are listening.
Yes.
They're making good changes. I think they're still doing really good. I want to cover stuff. I want to try to cover the news.
I was going to talk about this later. Wuthering Waves, it feels rushed to me. I feel like they're like rushing everything, and I don't know if it's good. It's not good, and they are listening and they are fixing things, but I feel like if they just would have let it cook a little longer and spent just a little bit more time on each of all the things that needs to be worked on and stuff, that it would be better to wait and release it than to have the problems that it has. And I think it just feels so rushed. Like 1.1, I feel like it's a good time for 1.1 to come out, but I feel like they're also just trying to, rush everything. And like the whole story in 1.0 was wrapped up within 1.0. There was no like cliffhanger or really anything to keep us, to come back to 1.1 or get us excited about 1.1. So now they're like scrambling to, get us hyped up about the 1.1 characters that they had already showed us before the game even released. So they can't get us excited about 1.1 characters because we already know that they're there. We already know them. We've seen them. We've been excited for them. And our attention span now has gone down. And now our focus is on Zone Zero because they also just announced their live stream for the same day, But Wuthering Waves just feels rushed. It's still good in a lot of things. It's still really good, but it just feels a little rushed. They're trying to make Genshin without Hoyo money. They need more time to do everything. Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I think I slipped up a little bit. I'm not quitting the game, but I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I have been playing a little bit less. Okay, I've got my level 70 characters. I'm only rank 45. I could probably be 46, 47 right now. I've been slacking. Again, with the house stuff, with all the things going on, I haven't been grinding.
45? He says he's behind? And he's union level 45? I haven't even made it to level 40. He was 40 in like 10 days, though. That's still what?
As much as I can. And if I'm being 100% honest,
they should have gone with a 7 to 8 week update schedule instead of 6. I agree 100% because I don't know, just give it more time to cook. And don't market things too far away either.
I do think I have some issues with not burnout. Because I wanted to play more, I wanted to make more. I'm not bored of the game. But I think the issue is actually like the dopamine rush that I get from a game launching. This moment is so euphoric and dopamine filled, and I see the growth and the numbers and the stream and the YouTube and the money and the
yeah. I feel like 1.1 is coming too soon.
And then
but at the same time, there's so many people that are like, I need it to come now. Like I need 1.1 out now because they've like speed run everything and there's really nothing left for them to do but farm echoes, and that is tedious to say the least. But I don't know. I feel like maybe they should have gave us a little sort of 1.1 prologue quest to do that then was like, this will continue in 1.1, or something that will like give us something to hold on to, because really all that's left is just the building of the characters. And if we've already known that the 2 characters coming out in 1.1, we've known about them for a hot minute, so we're like, all right, well, when are they dropping? You know, just waiting.
Down? That's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm still posting. I'm still doing good. But the issue is, I think there's like a demotivated factor in my brain when it starts getting lower and lower and lower. And I'm having less fun in the game because I've beaten a lot of the content. I think there's definitely some issues there with dopamine, but it's not like a burnout thing. I think it's a good game. I did a review of the game, and I was definitely honest. But I think that this spike is very hard on me. And I could put any game in here that's ever come out, and the same thing happens. Genshin comes out, woo! And then it goes down, and it's like, okay, even if it's still incredibly good. Like, even when Genshin fell off, it was still doing exceptionally good for a long, long
plus
time.
building isn't fun because you can't be world, max level yet.
Content. And the same thing goes with HSR. Woo! Jumping up, and then I have these swings, and I like the game still, but I think it's this, like, difference in dopamine levels, and it impacts me a lot. Now, my medication, I think, definitely helps, but one of the big issues was, while the game was starting to fall off, I was also MIA. I was doing all the house stuff, and then I'd come back, and I'd look, and on Twitch, there'd be like a fourth of the viewers of last week, and I'm like, ah.
I think I just realized something. I've noticed recently I've had to start making myself care more about little things, like news, as far as like game updates and stuff like that, because I really only get excited about like new characters or like new map, new story, new lore, stuff that's like really, really grabbing. And I don't really get as excited about things that like the same things that like everybody else does. Because I feel like everybody else is always like super enthusiastic about like little changes and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah. That's awesome. But I just don't care that much, I guess. I don't know. But I've recently started to like try to change my mindset and like kind of try to care more. But the issue with that is I don't have the care bandwidth because I'm too busy caring about like stuff outside my computer, like my house and my husband and my dogs and my cats and everything else, my job and stuff like that. So it was like, oh my God, I don't have the care bandwidth, but I am fixing that. I'm fixing that.
Oh, what happened? Post a video, doesn't do
because games make me happy.
It does.
And I want to care more about my
games.
games.
So long, I always think it's like a me issue. I suck now.
Also, medication does help.
And then I retreat further, and I do these little cycles, and I beat myself up. And I'm just being honest with you. Some of the days after the move, I could have posted a guide, or I could have thought of something. But in my brain, it was like, it's already been covered. I'm late. No one cares.
I relate so hard to this. Oh my God, I relate so hard to this because there's so many times where like a video, a really like huge groundbreaking trailer drops and everyone goes live at the same time and reacts to it. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been working all day. I'm tired. I've been working on this video. I've been editing a video after work. So I didn't want to stream that night because I really needed to get this video done. So I didn't stream. And then I had to wake up early for work. So I go to work all day the next day, come home to stream. And I'm just like, everyone's reactions have already been uploaded to YouTube like 19 hours ago. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
I know that you guys care. I know that you guys want my opinion on some things.
But yeah, I know you guys care.
It's just best to start fresh with 1.1.
Yeah.
For the news, when it drops, as long as I can be.
And here we are screaming at you in chat,
and as long as I'm having
spamming
some fun, I will play it. But I'm not gonna grind the game endlessly right now.
Yeah, White Knight was a good example.
Honest with you, I think that with every gacha game, I do have some issues. You guys know that I play an account, I grind, I make videos, I try to pop off and do all the challenging stuff. And when I start running out of things to do, I start running out of pulls, I start to realize, I'm on this treadmill and I'm going to be bored. And I think that long term, I should.
I felt that with Zenless.
From gacha games. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen over and over and over again to me. I know this. But I do love the beginning of a gacha game. I love it.
I don't know if you can hear them, but my dogs are going crazy.
All the things. I want to make guides. I want to help people out. And I actually saw this video from Gacha Gamer about Zenless Zone Zero. Now, this is a sponsored video, but I do trust Gacha Gamer quite a bit. And, there might be some big changes that are actually going to make it a little bit better. I don't know how good it'll be at launch, but if I'm being 100% honest with you, I would probably rather jump on Zenless Zone Zero and be bored of it in a week than continue to bang out guides on, like, Wuthering Waves a month in when I'm already kind of getting bored of the game.
I had this literal exact fucking thought, like, yesterday. I was like, I'm not bored, I'm just not motivated to make Wuthering Waves videos. But for some reason, I feel this weird urge to make Zenless Zone Zero videos.
And the same thing goes with HSR.
Even though I know I'll be bored with it in a week.
Game. It's a good game. I was just hyping it up. I was playing it the other day. I haven't logged in because of Wuthering Waves. But as soon as I, step away from these games, I have a hard time getting back into them and caring. I saw the new game mode. It's cool. You fight the bosses. It's sweet. I played it. I got the new character.
Is that the new Divergent?
People even said in my video that they're like, you don't seem like that into it. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm not that into it. A new character coming out that does something slightly different, like, if I look at my
that's the finality, girl?
Account, I can beat everything. And so a new character comes out that is fractionally better or whatever, I don't get as excited as other people. Other people are, freaking out about these characters. I know that she does Super Break and she's really good. But I'm like, yeah, but I don't need it. I don't need that thing. And so if I'm not super, super engaged with the story, which I'm not, I'm a Skippy McGee. I'm very, excitement, gaming, bosses, fighting, dopamine.
Holy shit, he's literally saying everything that I've been thinking.
Because my account has beaten everything, with HSR, it's like,
We was more of a stream game, not YouTube video thought process, in my opinion. Yeah.
It's so easy. And so, even though HSR is a good game, I have a hard time covering it. And will have a hard time covering it. The same thing goes with Wuthering Waves. It's a good game, it's fun, but I feel like I've beaten it, and I know that it's just like, next world tier, push a little further. Next world tier, push a little further. And I'm not interested in logging in every day, endlessly, for months, to get to AR 50 or UL 50 or whatever it is, and so on and so forth.
That's crazy, because, I also enjoy doing my dailies on Wuthering Waves. I don't know. It's fun, but I don't really have... I don't know. I don't really have the motivation to really do any of the, other quests.
But I do want to play Zenless Zone Zero.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'll last long on Zenless Zone Zero. I know it sounds crazy, oh, Mtashed, what are you doing to yourself? But let me explain. I view gacha games kind of like a roguelike game. I don't know if you guys know what a roguelike is, but there's so many different roguelike games. Binding of Isaac, Slay the Spire, Enter the Gungeon. A lot of these games, it's kind of like your one life, your one try through the game, you get as far as you can.
You just keep going.
It's a new run. It's a new thing. And I really enjoy those games for some reason. And I kind of view gacha games like a roguelike. I start an account. I don't know who I'm going to get. I don't know how many copies of a weapon I'm going to get. Will I get lucky? Will I not get lucky? I always get lucky. But the journey of the first few weeks
humble brag there
is exceptionally fun for me. I can figure out the game quickly. I can figure out the characters. I can make tons of content, and I'm very happy doing it. And I want to do that for any of the popular games that come out. Zenless Zone Zero, Azure Premilia, whatever it might be. But when I do hit that wall, instead of going on a tirade and saying, fix this, fix that, if they can't give me something to do, I just won't play. I'm not going to give them MMO levels of effort and daily logins when there's nothing to do. There's so many awesome games out there and things to do in life that you got to earn it. There's more competition every day in the gacha market. And maybe one of them will hit my brain in the right way and give me some stuff to do long term that I'm excited about. If not, I probably will jump from Zenless Zone to Azure Premilia to Arcanite Enfield, whatever it is, cover it, make as many guides as I can, and then say, good luck to the future creators that love the game, that are going to give you better content than me. If you want some early guides, first impressions, maybe a tier list, I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to be the guy, but I don't want to get married to any game because I know it's not healthy for me long term. I know I'm not wired for it, and I'm not going to pretend. With Wuthering Waves,
he's so based for this. He's so real for this.
If I'm feeling a patch, the 1.1 patch is next week, I'm probably going to play Wuthering Waves. I'm going to check out the new characters, give some advice on it, yada, yada, yada. But shortly after that, a few days later, we've got Zenless Zone Zero coming out. There's a game called The First Descendants. It's kind of like an anime-looking Warframe, super cool game. I'm going to probably try that game. And if you don't want to watch me because I'm not playing Wuthering Waves,
this is the most level-headed gacha take. Just play it if it's fun. Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. But if you're like me,
yeah, he's just done complaining and just expecting stuff as it is. Yep.
That's awesome. That's great. If there's some cool news or some awesome things, I'm going to cover it. But I don't want to devolve to the point where I'm critiquing and raging about every game. I don't want to devolve where I'm covering drama to fill the gaps. I want meaningful guides, meaningful content, things that excite me and make me happy.
I was literally just talking about this today.
The next part of this little thing.
Literally.
In the new home, and I want to do some sort of, live stream, some fun stuff, celebrate the new home. But I just got to figure out a time where it's going to really work. I want to show off the place and everything, but we still have some unpacking to do and some furniture to get and things like that. I want to get my setup going in here because my goal is to have one main gaming setup, but I actually want to do another setup on kind of the other side of the room. And
my drama was
because I want to do
1 out of 36
that is more based on me, on content creation, on the business side of things, on investments and different things. But it's just such a big project, and I need enough time to do it. And I don't know when that's going to be. We have Zenless Zone Zero, all these different things. So I have all these ideas in my head. I need to execute on them. I need to pull the trigger on some of them. But I'm still just trying to, get into this house, finalize everything, and get my family set up. So that's where I'm at.
Hell
things
yeah.
Are good overall. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying to go for walks and do my workouts and things like that. Kat and the boys, they're good.
I need to work out. That's one thing I need to do.
Kathleen. And then we have cats as well. I get it. Yeah, I mean, things are good. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I wish I would have been around a little bit more for Wuthering Waves. I wish that I was more excited about the HSR stuff because it's a good game. I'm just not hyped. So I think that the next big thing is going to be kind of the 1.1 patch for Woowa. I saw some good stuff, and then I'm going to try some other games and see if anything sticks. I like the hype of a new game. I think that's where I'm when I'm my happiest, and I think I make better content when I'm happy. I recognize that it's going.
He's
to make
right. I feel like I'm not that into HSR.
Yeah. What the hell? I jumped on for Wuthering Waves.
Well, I'm kind of getting excited now because I also haven't finished it.
But I will say this: even if you don't watch me anymore because of Wuthering Waves, you never know when our paths are going to cross again. If you don't like my content tomorrow or the next day, it's okay to unsub. I don't care. Sub to the people that are making content that you want. And maybe one day you'll see my face and you'll go, hey, that's that guy. He's making some videos on this game now. We can reconnect. That happens all the time. I've played so many games.
I gotta pee.
Destiny 1, Destiny 2, Division 1, Division 2, Monster Hunter World, into Genshin. We played Diablo. We've succeeded in pretty much every game we've covered. And I'm just going to keep doing that. Whenever there's a hype new thing that I want to play, I'm going to make some videos on it. And obviously, if it's adjacent and something in the realm of Genshin, Honkai,
Can't keep
Waves,
peeing this.
I'm
I
gonna be
haven't
checking
peed
it
at
out
all yet.
because I want to get to that 1 million subs, but I'm not going to bang my head playing a game, trickling it up there, and being miserable. I think it's way more fun if we explore these games together, figure things out together, and have a good community while doing it. All right? So that's where I'm at. That's the news. That's the deets. Thank you so much for watching me. This house and everything wouldn't be possible without you.
Aww.
That's it.